the recording. So thank you everybody so much for coming on tonight. It is 7:45 in the morning over in Florida, and it certainly looks sunny because it's very cold here in Perth at the moment, guys. So I'm like a kid in a candy shop tonight, everybody, because I feel so blessed to have the opportunity for Jeff Roberti to be on our team call. To those who don't know Jeff, he's considered royalty in the Juice Plus community. He's been with the company greater than 30 years. And it was basically back in his 20s when he discovered what was then NSA and the network marketing industry. And he saw an opportunity and he absolutely ran with it. And he's now built a global business, raising up hundreds of leaders, and has earned in excess of $100 million over his career, which is absolutely incredible. Jeff now travels the world with his beautiful wife, mentoring people both in the Juice Plus community, but he also adds incredible value to our industry as a whole. And many of you guys on the call tonight probably don't know that Jeff is actually our upline. He's upline to Kerry and Mickey Daigle. So we feel like we own you, and we're super excited to have you all to ourselves tonight. So without further ado, I'm going to hand straight over to all of you guys.
Well, thank you, Tamara, and welcome everyone from Australia and New Zealand and around the world. It's first thing in the morning here for us. It's 7:45 a.m. here in Florida, and this is kind of a special weekend for us. It's our 4th of July weekend. It's a big celebration here in the United States, and I was telling Tamara, we must really love you to get up in the morning after what we were doing last night. We had to take a little extra JP, by the way, before we went to bed. We'll just say that. But no, we're very excited to be on the call, and I have two of my dearest friends in the world here with me. Bobby and Lisa Pageant have been with the company for over 30 years. They live in Georgia, just outside of Augusta, Georgia. They have a 600-acre farm, a beautiful farm, and they were the original founders of the Juice Plus boot camps, you know, where we do the weekend retreats and all the love and connection and all the new people get to hug and kiss and spend time with the top people, and they started that. And they are multi-million-dollar earners in our company, and just two of the dearest people in my life. I love these two. I can't even say enough. And I wanted Lisa and Bobby just to share a little bit of their story, because I think it would really impact a lot of people on the call here tonight for you guys. And so, Lisa, if you would, you and Bobby?
Yep.
Go ahead.
I'll just start out just to say what a privilege and an honor to be on an international call this morning. We truly appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. But Lisa and I are blessed beyond our wildest dreams, part of such a great thing for the last 30 plus years. We are more excited today than we've ever been. And I believe it's because we're all in the right business, right products at the right time. You know, Juice Plus is the real deal. You know this. I mean, no one in 33 or 22, 24 years has ever said, wait a minute, I'm eating way too many fruits and vegetables. I'm trying to cut back a little bit. So we've got something that everyone needs. And, you know, I truly believe that prevention is a buzzword. Health is a buzzword, and prevention is the key. We've got a marketing plan with something for everyone, you know, the mom, and that's where I want Lisa to kind of tell how we got started as a mom on a mission, and how Juice Plus impacted our family, and that really put into motion the business plan for us. We saw the numbers quickly, and we knew, you know, it's a numbers game. You got to talk to people every day. We went after that, shared it with everyone we loved and cared about, and the rest was history. The business took care of itself. We just did the deal every day consistently, and because of that, we found success. And it wasn't because of our talents and backgrounds and skills. We learned those along the way, believe me. But today, we do have a tremendous lifestyle because of this company, product, and opportunity. So, Lisa, with time's sake, I'll let you kind of share.
All right. Well, good evening, Australia, and good morning to Jeff and Bobby. It's such an honor and pleasure to be here. For me, you know, I approached this business from a mom's perspective. My family meant everything to me, and Bobby and I, we have 3 boys. At the time, they were babies when Juice Plus came out, and now they're grown men. We even have a 28-year-old, and he's married. But for me, it all started with the product. You know, unfortunately, I just lost my mom to breast cancer. She was 43 years old and I was 23 at the time. And that changed my life forever. And that's where, as a mom, I started to become really proactive about my family's health, including my own. And so when Juice Plus came out, everything changed for us, because a lot of people don't realize, you know, some families, we all have some situations happening in our life. And for Bobby and I, we have 3 boys, and our middle son, Kyle, he got 2 brain viruses when he was a baby, encephalitis and spinal meningitis, that did some severe damage. And unfortunately, our little baby that went into the hospital was not the same baby that came out, and he was paralyzed on one side, and the doctors pretty much told me he wouldn't walk, talk, see, or hear. And, you know, as a parent, that breaks your heart. And one thing that I never accepted what they shared with me. I knew, number one, God had a bigger plan, and number 2, I was going to try and make a difference in my child's life. Well, that difference was Juice Plus, and I had no idea what that would do. And so when Juice Plus was introduced, we were all there at the same time, the 3 of us in San Diego, and they shared the concept of whole food in a capsule. It was exciting to me. I literally nudged Bobby and said, do you realize what this company has done? They've been able to put food in a capsule. This is Jetson food. This is ahead of its time. And so I got really excited, and I started taking it for me. But where I saw the most impact was in our children. And, you know, at that time, I shared with you, our boys were babies. They were toddlers. And so I used to open up the food and put it on their on the capsule and put it on their food. And it's early. And so, but I noticed such a tremendous change in my little boy's health. And so, but it wasn't until about a year later when my pediatrician was like, what are you doing different with your son, Kyle? Because, I mean, all of our boys were having an impact with good health and good nutrition, but he wanted to know what I was doing different, because, you know, I shared with you some of the health challenges Kyle had. And I said, well, what do you mean? And he said, your son is thriving. He's learning. He's growing. It's like a light bulb has come on. And he's like, I've noticed this over the last year since you've been bringing him here. And I said, well, the only thing I'm doing different, Dr. Griffin, is I'm giving him this whole food called Juice Plus. And it has just made such an impact on my family's health. He goes, well, keep doing what you're doing. Now, that was 24 years ago. And what's happened over those 24 years, you know, Juice Plus has become the most thoroughly researched whole food product in the world, published in over 37 medical peer-reviewed journals. Now, I didn't need those journals to tell me what was going on in my child on a cellular level, because I could see it. I could see the impact that it was having on my family's health. And so for me, when a woman gets excited about something, she tells everybody, right? and you know, Bobby and I, you know, we became parents with a purpose. We became parents that had passion about health and wellness and nutrition in our family. And we knew there were other parents out there that needed to know about Juice Plus. And so our life changed forever when we started sharing this incredible mission, this gift to really change people's lives. And for me, the other flip side to that, you know, Juice Plus, and I tell people this, Juice Plus didn't cure Kyle, but it gave him that nutritional foundation that he needed to begin to heal. But what this business did for me, it allowed me to be a stay-at-home mom. Now, if there's moms on this Zoom right now, you know what that means. You want to be home with your babies, okay? And I wanted to be home with my boys. I wanted to be hands-on with them. And it was such a blessing, because not only did I get to stay home and raise our children and build this incredible business, but so did my husband. We were both stay-at-home parents. Here he is. Yeah.
He's still here.
He's still here.
He doesn't get to say much.
And so I just want to share with you guys, you are in the right place at the right time. This is an incredible, Bobby said it, we are more excited today than we have ever been. We have just begun to scratch the surface of what Juice Plus and this incredible business is going to do for people's lives. We are just beginning. So just because we've been in it for 30 years doesn't mean, oh my gosh, you know, it's too late now. No, now is the time. Now is the time to get started. So Jeff, I'm going to hand it back over to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for sharing that. Can you guys still hear us okay tomorrow? Are we still good? Hello?
Yeah, thank you.
We on? Okay. I'm going to assume you guys can hear us. Well, first of all, Dr. Tamara Hunter, I just want to acknowledge you and the level you play at, and the difference you're making with you and your team and your leaders, and how much we love and appreciate your leadership and being part of this company. It really makes a huge impact around the world, not only directly, but indirectly. That ripple effect is happening all over the world. I know you guys just came off your big conference and you saw the big picture and the vision, those of you who went to the conference, and you see what's even going on in Australia, some of the stories with like the Linda Evantons and the Adam and Kira's and what's going on over there in Australia, but it's happening all over the world. You go over to Europe and you hear about Paolo Meucci, my friend Paolo and Meucci, Italiano. And you hear some of the kids in the UK, and now Dennis and Claudia in Germany. It's happening all over the world. So my story, and what I'll share with you, because I got my notes here, what Tamara asked me to share, is first of all, I didn't come from a wealthy family. I'm the oldest of 3 boys. I don't have a higher education. And I saw my father die at the age of 46 of a massive heart attack. And, sometimes things in life happen that, maybe it's a breaking point or a defining moment or a moment in time, or you reach a threshold. To me, when that happened in my early 20s, I saw my father always struggling and juggling to try and pay the bills. There was always more month than there was money. And I believe the stress of that, working for someone else and never being able to get ahead in life, really kind of shaped my destiny. Decisions shaped your destiny. And I had a defining moment back then, and I was very fortunate that a friend of mine that cared enough about me shared with me the product, shared with me the opportunity. And, I'm sure a lot of you can identify with this on the call. I came from a really good work ethic. No matter what I did, if I was waiting tables, mowing lawns, cleaning pools, working construction, I always took pride in whatever I did and had a really good work ethic. Kind of like the story you guys probably have heard of Bob and Sue Burdick, $20+ million earners. And Bob was a construction worker, but he was a really hard worker. Just like Bobby and Lisa, we came from a good work ethic. So we showed up to the table with that. And, being a satisfied customer, being not only a customer, but a raving fan customer, really believing and having passion in the product and what we're all about, and being mission driven and purpose driven. And like Lisa said, parents with a purpose, moms on a mission. Our product is so amazing that it's really easy to get excited about doing something where you can take self-responsibility for your own health. Just like I had a big breakthrough and a big threshold or a defining moment a year ago, I was a lot heavier than I am now. And I said, you know what, Jeff, raise your standards. You get a new product story. You live the mission. You walk the talk. You show up as an example, not a warning. And I found out the Juice Plus Complete works better if you open the wrapper and actually put it in the thing and drink it. Not on the counter, but actually drink it twice a day. So I started living the mission myself. And over the last year, I've lost over 50 pounds. I'm back to a weight I was 20 years ago. And people see me at conference. They're like, wow, Jeff, the fact that you did it, I'm going to do it. So what you've got to do is you've got to inspire you before you can inspire anyone else. Would you follow you? Are you the type of person that, people watch the feet, not the lips? Distributors don't do what you tell them to do. They do what you do. So when I came into the business back then, just like I had this health transformation this last year, when I started off my business, I tore up that list of excuses. Look, we can tell you guys all the mechanics of how to build your business. It's 80% psychology, 80% mindset, 20% mechanics. You've got to get to a place where you treat this thing like a business, not a hobby. What do you have to do to make this business more important in your life? And once you do that, the number one recruiting tool in our business is not looking upline, not looking downline, looking in a mirror. You step up. You decide that I'm going to be outstanding. I'm going to lead by example. I'm going to be the best distributor in my organization. And once you do that, I'll never forget, I studied the late, great Jim Rohn. And I encourage you to listen to some of the Jim Rohn material, just like I'm a big fan of Tony Robbins. I love listening to Tony because you got to feed your mind, right? You've got to show up in a peak resourceful state. You got to show up with that energy, that passion, that enthusiasm, where it's inspiring to be around you. People want success, breeds success. But I'll never forget Jim said something to me. He goes, Jeff, for things to change in life, you've got to change. For things to get better, you've got to get better. He said, you can have more in life if you become more in life. It's not the money, it's not the position, it's who you become in the process. And you come to our conferences, and those of you who have been to one of our conventions, it's unbelievable. All the relationships, the love, the connection, people growing. Aren't you the happiest in life when you're growing and there's progress? And the contribution side, doing something that counts, doing something that matters, doing something that's bigger than yourself, making an impact, making a difference, something that's rich in meaning and fulfillment and purpose. That is emotional and spiritual revenue. I'm 30 years plus in this company. I sit in the front row at our conferences, taking notes like I'm a brand new baby distributor, and I hear the stories of people coming across the stage, and it's not the money, not the position, it's who they become. And it moves you emotionally. Not just all the success, but some of the adversities, some of the challenges, some of the things you had to overcome. It's who you become in the process. So for me, I had a lot of hurdles. I had a lot of personal growth when I was that broke waiter down in the valley, climbing the mountain. But I also remember Jim saying, Jeff, when you get to the top, one of the biggest challenges is to continue to grow. Because what happens is you tend to celebrate, you tend to party, you tend to all of a sudden stop growing. Tony Robbins talks about CANI, constant and never-ending improvement in all areas of your life. If you take the wheel of life and you look at the different spokes on the wheel of life, one spoke might be financial mastery. How's your financial mastery going? But then another one is physical mastery. I found that I let my physical mastery, gaining 5 pounds a year over a 10, 12-year period, I let that get away from me. And I said, you know what, Jeff? You're better than this. Step up. Raise your standards. Be an example, not a warning. You live the mission. You walk the talk. You lead by example. And all of a sudden, tore up that list of excuses. This is a priority. And not only my financial mastery is doing well, but now my physical mastery. How about spiritual mastery? How about relationship? How about emotional? There's all these different areas. I love what a friend of mine, David Beaver, says. He goes, this really is a course in personal development, cleverly disguised as a business. As you grow, your business grows. The law of the universe, all things either grow or they die. You either contribute or you're eliminated. And if you think about our business, it really meets two of the biggest needs in people's lives is growth. You get to grow and become more and have progress, right? That personal development, and you get to contribute beyond yourself. One of the secrets, everybody says, okay, Jeff, how did you do this? How did you build it? Well, I got really clear in this. 3 things if you're taking notes. Number 1, you put other people's needs ahead of your own. Not your needs, their needs. You make their needs a priority. You go into a relationship to give, not to get. You're not measuring what you get in return. And people can feel that. It's not what you say, it's how you feel about what you say. People communicate more with feelings than they do words. And when I'm sitting down with somebody, I look at Juice Plus like that box has a big red bow on it, and I am sharing the gift of health. I get out of my head. Here's a good one. If you're in your head, you're dead. You go from the head to the heart. And how could I not share Juice Plus with somebody? How could I not share this mission if I truly am there to serve? As the Bible says, find a way to serve the many, and it leads to greatness. So number 1, you put their needs ahead of your own. You care more about that customer and the results they're getting more so than the income you're earning off of it. And people feel that. The fortune's in the follow-up. You truly care about that customer. And also, if you bring someone in the business, you care more about your new distributor and helping them get off to a fast start and the money they earn, not what you're earning. Number 2, you add value to their lives. Value, massive value. Well, let's face it. I mean, two of the top needs in the world today people have is number one, health, taking self-responsibility for their health. Are we adding value, flooding your body with 30 plus vine ripened, fully, most nutritional fruits and vegetables on the planet? I mean, I get up every morning, I take a handful of those things, and it's like an insurance policy. It's a rainbow of all these fruits and veggies. Now, look, it's not a miracle pill. You still need to eat. We're not saying this is to replace eating fruits and vegetables. We're not saying you got to still go out and do other things that are important in life, drinking water, getting sleep, exercise, eating a high plant-based diet. But what we have, it's a no-brainer. It makes good sense. If somebody doesn't get it, I mean, we're talking, what part do you not get? The capsule or the fruits and vegetables that are in the capsule? I mean, fruits and vegetables, today the awareness is stronger than it's ever been in the Juice Plus world. People say, oh, Jeff, I wish I'd have got in when you did 25 years ago. No, you don't. We didn't have the studies. We didn't have Dr. Tamara Hunter. We didn't have all the research. We didn't have the awareness that we have today about the importance of fruits and vegetables. So number two is adding value to their lives, not only with their health, but also with their wealth. That's another big need. People today are looking for a way that they can take self-responsibility and have a chance to become more, to grow, to have prosperity, to live the dream, to have your own business, to be, to be able to have the quality of life that most people dream of. There's people who do really well financially, but do they have the time freedom? There's this thing in our business called residual income. Residual income, write that one down, where you get paid tomorrow off of what you did yesterday. You get to keep building it every year, and it starts to compound. I built my fortune back that first 10 years, 5 years here in North America, another 5 years over in Europe, and it's a residual 7-figure income in both those markets. And now here I am 30 years later, guys. How many people in network marketing today can say I've been here for 3 decades? Just like Bobby and Lisa, 30 years. Look at her, she's smiling. Look how pretty she is. Look at that Juice Plus glove. So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys is we've got something here. Not only do you put their needs first, not only do you add value to their lives and the health and the wealth world today, but the third part is it's relationships, guys. Long-term relationships equal long-term success. You want to build, point number 3 is have raving fan relationships, raving fan customers, raving fan people that are they're passionate about it. You don't have to go out and sell Juice Plus. We don't sell it. We share it. We share the gift of health. We share the gift of prosperity. So today, if I'm on this call tonight and I'm over in Australia or New Zealand or wherever you are around the world, you might want to pinch yourself because you're at the right place at the right time. There couldn't be better timing for you to come into this. The only question is, what are you going to do? Products work. Marketing system works. The company's not going to let you down. The product's not going to let you down. The only variable, and I can't give this to you, you guys have got to be hungry. I look for people that are hungry, that have a burning desire. They got a desire. If we could take Juice Plus and it would increase your desire, your want to, I'd say liquidate all your assets and take as much as you can. And then you got to be willing to work. There's no free lunch here, guys. This is not a get-rich-quick program. You've got to go out and build a growing customer base. You live the mission and you share this gift of health and start building a growing customer base. And from those customers, you're going to find your best top distributors. They're going to say, I love this. How could I not share this? This is not an opportunity. This is a responsibility. I want to share this with the world. And then the third part is not only desire, not only the willingness to work, but being teachable. We've got a proven plan of action. We've got a success formula. Success leaves clues. Look at Dr. Tamara Hunter. Look at some of the leaders over there. Look at Bobby and Lisa and myself. We've done it. We know what to do. So just follow that proven plan of action. You don't have to try and reinvent the wheel. So that would be some of my words of wisdom. I feel today there couldn't be a better time to be involved with our company and our mission. Look, guys, we're not product driven. We're not opportunity driven. We're mission driven. We have a purpose. We're making a difference in the world. We're doing something that counts, something that matters, something that's rich and, like I said, meaning and fulfillment and purpose. Why do I still do it today? Even on a big 4th of July weekend, on a call first thing in the morning. We had a great time with the big offshore powerboat races yesterday, and crazy time with all our friends over here in Florida. And I got up this morning and I said, you know what? We love what we do. We love it. Success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure in life. How many times do you meet people, they have the money, they have the success, but they're not happy inside? And what we have here, we do this today. When I started, it was out of desperation. I needed the money. I was a broke waiter. I had more month than there was money. I was struggling and juggling to pay the bills. Today, it's all about not out of desperation, it's out of inspiration to pay it forward, to never forget where you came from, what it meant to me when somebody shared with me these products and this opportunity and how it's changed my life. So I'm going to wrap it with that. And tomorrow, I just want to acknowledge you. And I know you guys have a big conference coming up in 2018 in Perth. And if somebody gets off this call tonight, and I hope you can't sleep tonight, by the way, I hope you have Juice Plus brain damage like I had, where you just can't sleep, like, wow, is this really my chance? An average person with an above average desire? I can do it too. Is this a chance for me to grow as a person and have more and be able to give more and to play at a higher level in life? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. If you've been searching in life, like I was searching. I was praying to God to bring me something. And I have to tell you, if you're searching in life, welcome to the Juice Plus family. Welcome to the company with a heart. You have found a home. So tomorrow I'll turn it back over to you. Lisa, you want to say anything else? You and Bobby, one more words of wisdom?
Hey guys, Jeff said everything right on the mark. I tell you what, he is the greatest example of success, desire, belief. I love him to death. And Lisa and I are honored to be in his business, just like you guys. And if you listen to what he says, if you just take a tenth of what he said, you know, just one or two of those high points and apply it to your life. As he said, you're in the right business, right products at the right time. If you apply yourself, it's unlimited of what can happen. And again, you may be on this call just to say, I want to make an extra $1,000 a month and pay the house payment or a new car or a different school or something for my family. That makes it, that's where our business starts. You know, not everyone comes into this business and becomes a millionaire. There is that potential, and you can definitely do it. Lisa and I are another great example of that. If we can do this, anyone can do it. Our backgrounds are very humble, just like Jeff's. I mean, we were broke as well. I mean, I tell people we used to go to Kentucky Fried Chicken and lick other people's fingers. That's a fried chicken place back home. So we're just glad to be here. We're honored to be part of something way bigger than ourselves. And I tell you what, when they turn out the lights, we'll quit then. We're going to be in this to the very end, and there's no end in sight. We're on an upswing now, and we can't stress enough, timing is everything when it comes to making money or being in the right place at the right time. Folks, it is now. I am more excited today than I was yesterday or last year or 33 years ago. Today is the day. We're just getting started. Love you guys much. Thank y'all so much. And Jeff, wow.
Let's see what say.
No, you go. Yeah.
Doesn't she look good? All right, Tamara, back to you.
Oh, beautiful. Guys, thank you so much. Bobby, Lisa, what an absolute surprise and pleasure to have you guys on the call. And I'm sitting here thinking, isn't it amazing that most people leave their job on the Friday afternoon before a long holiday weekend and think, I can't wait to get away from my work colleagues. And yet you've just taken them all home with you. So that's kind of it. That's just the great thing about this business is that you get to work with people who are like-minded and that you absolutely love. So thank you so much for sharing. I'm looking through my questions and you've answered every single one of them. I want to thank you so much for being on the call. We can't wait to show the world an incredible conference here in Perth in 12 months' time. We're going to absolutely rock it. We've got a huge bar to get over with what Queensland put on. So we're super excited. And this has been a fantastic launching pad tonight. Thanks so much, guys. I'll open up the lines now to everyone. If you can just express your gratitude and have a beautiful 4th of July holiday.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Love you guys.